The Tokyo night air in early June 2026 feels electric outside the massive 3-story Calvin Klein Harajuku flagship store. The streets of Shibuya-ku are entirely locked down by a massive, pulsing crowd of thousands of fans, photographers, and media outlets waiting for one specific moment. The sheer scale of the gathering resembles a massive stadium concert rather than a typical fashion storefront layout, filling the Tokyo roads with intense energy. The occasion is the official celebration of the historic Jungkook for Calvin Klein limited edition capsule collection. A massive global milestone marking the first-ever design partnership between the American fashion giant and the global icon. The atmosphere cracks wide open when a fleet of high-end motorcycles rolls down the street, signaling the arrival of the star of the night. This exclusive FanCam perspective documents every single frame of Jungkook's breathtaking main character enter ance and red carpet presence in absolute high definition, preserving the raw intensity of his visual power, unmatched style, and magnetic fan interactions. As the heavy sound of motorcycle engines echoes through the dense Harajuku streets, the camera focuses on the sleek, black arrival path arranged outside the flagship entrance. Jungkook steps off the motorcycle into a blinding flash of strobe lights, immediately commanding the entire venue with undeniable rockstar presence. His visual choices for the evening display a masterclass in blending rebellious biker attitude with Calvin Klein's classic minimalist design codes. He is wearing a custom version of his own self-designed leather racing jacket from the capsule collection, heavily constructed with structured padding and distinctive panels that hug his shoulders flawlessly. Underneath this tough outer layer, he has brilliantly layered a rich blue 90s denim trucker jacket, creating a distinct play on textures that pays deep homage to the brand's heritage. The ensemble is completed with matching 90s straight-leg denim jeans that sit perfectly over heavy boots, giving him a tall, imposing silhouette that instantly captures the attention of every camera lens in the media pit. The high-definition camera pans up to capture a crystal-clear look at his styling and facial visuals, which can only be described as otherworldly. For this Tokyo appearance, his hair is styled with an exposed forehead look, the dark locks swept back cleanly with just a few soft, texturized strands framing his brow to give the appearance a slightly undone, effortlessly cool finish. His signature boba eyes shine with a brilliant, dark intensity under the intense venue lighting, reflecting the thousands of flashing cameras without losing their warm, expressive depth. His skin is flawless and radiant under a clean, natural makeup application that enhances his strong jawline and soft features. Adding a sharp, rebellious edge to his look, his left ear features a heavy, dark statement earring that catches the light as he moves his head, contrasting beautifully against his soft, boyish facial features. On his right hand, his iconic tattoos are fully visible, running along his knuckles and wrapping around his wrist, adding a deep layer of personal authenticity to the high-fashion outfit. The camera tracks his movement as he steps forward onto the designated photo zone, showcasing his legendary humility and professional poise. Even as a global superstar in the middle of a massive world tour, Jungkook immediately displays his signature, bowing fairy, habits, executing a deep 90-degree bow to the press corps and rows of cheering fans before striking a single pose. The crowd erupts into deafening cheers, a massive wave of sound that sweeps across the entire Harajuku district. A close-up shot captures a fascinating mix of emotions on his face. For a split second, his large eyes open slightly wide in a look of soft astonishment, looking almost beautifully shell-shocked by the sheer magnitude of the crowd that has shown up just to catch a glimpse of him. His friend and fellow 97-liner brand ambassador, 17's Mingyu, would later reveal in interviews inside the venue that Jungkook was actually shaking slightly from nervousness before stepping out, a completely endearing detail that makes his absolute command over the red carpet even more impressive. Within a heartbeat, that momentary shyness dissolves into a confident, deadly smile that melts the hearts of everyone watching. Moving with smooth, practiced ease, Jungkook begins to pose for the international media wall, shifting his stance to showcase the intricate lines and premium fit of the capsule collection. He turns slightly to the side, allowing the cameras to capture the crisp branding and paneled tailoring of the custom leather racing jacket, while shifting his hands casually into the pockets of his straight-leg jeans. The camera zooms in to capture the subtle details of his expressions, the sharp, piercing gaze he directs toward the main lenses, followed immediately by a soft, crinkling smile that reveals his endearing rabbit teeth. The juxtaposition between his heavy, dark biker aesthetic and his inherently sweet, polite demeanor creates an irresistible charm that defines his entire public persona. He shifts his weight effortlessly, raising his tattoo D right hand to flash a crisp peace sign to the fans positioned on the upper viewing decks, causing another massive wave of cheers to ripple through the tightly packed streets outside. The FanCam continuously documents his interactions, highlighting the incredible chemistry and genuine brotherhood when his close friend Mingyu joins him on the carpet. Mingyu looks incredibly sharp in his own right. Wearing a black 90s denim trucker jacket paired with relaxed gray baggy jeans, providing a perfect visual contrast to Jungkook's blue and black structured ensemble. The two 97 line icons stand side by side against the Calvin Klein backdrop, instantly sending social media platforms into an absolute meltdown. The camera catches the two sharing a quiet, private laugh, their shoulders bumping together familiarly as they navigate the chaotic wall of media sound. Jungkook's nervous energy visibly eases as he leans toward his friend, his smile becoming completely uninhibited and joyous. They pose together with clean, synchronized precision, bringing an immense amount of youthful, high-fashion energy to the historic flagship store, illustrating exactly why they are considered the ultimate ambassadors for the brand's modern era. As the outdoor photo session wraps up, the camera follows Jungkook as he makes his way toward the entrance of the massive Harajuku flagship, stopping multiple times along the perimeter to acknowledge the dedicated fans who had been waiting for hours. He turns back repeatedly, placing a hand over his heart and bowing deeply to the rows of people lining the streets, his eyes lingering on the homemade banners and purple lights scattered throughout the crowd. The interior of the three-story building has been entirely transformed into an immersive, high-concept Klein universe designed directly through the creative lens of Jungkook himself. The camera moves inside, revealing a stunning layout featuring bold floor markings that mimic a professional motorcycle racetrack. Historic campaign videos streaming across massive multi-screen monitor walls on the second floor, and a real Harley-Davidson motorcycle parked proudly near the entrance. Jungkook walks through the space he helped design, running his fingers along the racks of his exclusive merchandise, which famously sold out completely within the first 30 minutes of its initial online release, looking incredibly proud and fulfilled by the realization of his creative vision. The final segments of the high-definition footage capture Jungkook navigating the exclusive upper floors of the venue, where an upscale celebration is underway with a star-studded guest list including international models and artists like Ayaka Miyoshi and Akihisa Shiono. Even in a room filled with the elite of the fashion world, Jungkook remains the undeniable center of gravity, his custom leather jacket and exposed forehead styling making him stand out brilliantly against the minimalist architecture. The camera captures him standing near the custom third-floor DJ booth, which has been brilliantly constructed inside an oversized motorcycle helmet signed by Jungkook himself, as the beats from DJ's Gothic and Conductive fill the room. He nods his head to the music, chatting happily with guests and brand executives, completely at ease now that the initial red carpet nerves have faded away. The FanCam concludes with a stunning, high-definition close-up of Jungkook turning directly toward the lens one last time before entering the private lounge, offering a warm, genuine